Welcome back to Prime News at 7. As the nights get a little bit colder, a lot of folks are thinking about, well, what is it going to be like this fall? Well, we have lots of color around here and lots of color across all parts of the Southeast. And with me here is Kat Kessler, and she's with
FollowTheMountains.com.
FollowTheMountains.com, and you're from the Asheville Convention and Tourist Bureau?
That's right.
And, you know, it's that time of year, and you drove over today from Asheville. And it's about that time of year where people are going to be doing a lot of driving.
It is. It's definitely that time of year. People are starting to pull out their sweaters and think about some weekend road trips. A couple of beautiful ones are the Blue Ridge Parkway, and then also that scenic Highway 64 through the Nantahala Gorge into Asheville. Yeah,
all through Pigeon Forge, through Asheville, through parts of North Carolina. And a lot of folks are probably thinking, well, okay, I want to do this. What's the time, or what's the best time typically should I go take a look at some color?
Sure. Well, a lot of people are surprised to learn that there really is no peak week for color because of the extreme elevation changes with our mountains, and because we have more than 100 different species of deciduous trees. The color season is really long. It's one of the longest in the nation. It starts about now in late September and can go all the way through early November.
So already a little color out there right now, but probably as you get into October, that's when things will start to change.
Certainly, and the best way to keep up with that is through our weekly color reports, and that's at FollowTheMountains.com.
FollowTheMountains.com. That's the key website to remember,
yes.
FollowTheMountains.com. And I guess when you're taking a look at fall foliage, the weather has something to do with it, and so far it seems like we've had a lot of good color and a lot of good foliage on the trees, and after that real hot part of summer, we've actually had pretty good weather for the second half of summer.
Right, we've been talking to some meteorologists and some other experts, and what we're hearing from them is that the Blue Ridge Mountains have been spared the drought that's affected a lot of the rest of the country. So our trees are healthy, they're ready to put on a good show, and we may very well be a bright spot among leaf destinations this year.
And we were talking about the weather changes, and I guess a lot of folks will be planning on going to the highest elevations first for some of the early color, and then as you get into some of the valley areas, we could have color as late October, even the beginning of November.
That's right. Some of the higher elevations up around Grandfather Mountain, for example, are already starting to see some color in their maples and their Fraser magnolias. On the Biltmore Estate, they're already starting to see some changes in the dogwoods and sourwoods, and then that color, like you said, will progress down the elevations and usually ends up around Lake Lure and Chimney Rock State Park sometime in early November. Beautiful
areas and plenty of great places to stay. And once again, the website
is FollowTheMountains.com.
FollowTheMountains.com. Kat, hey, thank you for joining us. Should be a wonderful next month to get out and maybe do some leaf peeping around the Carolinas, even northern Tennessee. So all in all, it should be a wonderful time, as it should be a great year for fall foliage. Stay here. We'll be back with more Prime News at 7 in just a few minutes.